If you really want to learn guitar, the first things that you learn are not chords and melodies and any songs. There are basic exercises that can help you get started. You have to keep this in mind, that learning guitar is not an easy thing to do. And it might seem really slow in the beginning, but keep in mind that everyone starts out like this. So today I'm going to show you a few exercises that you can do when you first start learning guitar. There's a video that I made some time ago, and I think it would really help you out if you are just starting out guitar. If you haven't seen that video, I would leave that here. You can check that out. I'm gonna be doing this on this electric guitar, but you can do it on any stringed instrument if you want. Whether it be an acoustic guitar, a bass, or any other stringed instrument like the mandolin. So this is the first one. So this is the very first you can do. You put your finger on the first fret of the 6th string, and then you pluck it, and then you go 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. All of them with your consecutive fingers. This exercise is going to help your fingers stretch and maintain control. And make sure when you do the first one, you have to grab the guitar by its neck using your thumb. So once you get into the first position, you go 1, 2, 3, and 4th. The second part of this exercise would be to go forward. So going forward, you have to first do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The final part of this exercise would be to come back to the place you started off. You have to make sure that you hit every note individually so there's no dissonance in between those notes. This exercise is only to make yourself familiar with the guitar and to understand how it all works. You can also double the amount of notes that you hit. And once you're confident enough that you build up speed, then you can do triple downstrokes like this. I would also like to demonstrate this with this pick, because I know a lot of you don't use your fingers to pick strings. So if you use this, you have two options to pick. The first one would be the normal downstrokes. The second one would be alternative picking. That would include down and up strokes as well. So you do down on the first, you go up on the second, you go down on third, you go up on fourth. So it would look like this. And once you've built up even more speed, you can do 4 picks in one time, so it would sound like this. Second exercise is quite similar, but it goes in a different direction. So you do the first 4, and instead of going forward, you go down. And once you do that, you use the same formula as before and you come back up. You would also need to go forward once you've done this on the 4 frets. You would have to use the 5th and then 9th. The goal of this exercise is quite the same as the previous one, but I think it also helps in understanding the distance between the notes. Like the distance between 5 and 9 is not the same as 9 and 12. This is much more shorter than this distance, and this is shorter than this distance. So doing this exercise will help you understand the distance between the 1st and 4th frets, the 5th and 8th frets, then the 9th and 12th frets. You can also go higher than 12th, but it's difficult on an acoustic guitar. This next exercise is a bit complex, but I think you can get it if you try enough times. So we can do this by the number of each finger. So 1, 3, 2, 4. That's the pattern that goes along. And make sure to lift your third finger when you do the second one, because if you don't lift your third finger, you would just be on the third fret, even if you have all the 2 fingers behind that. That's another basic thing you have to learn about playing guitar, that the finger that is closest to the bridge is the one that's going to make the sound. So in this case, my third finger is closest to the bridge. So that's the one that's making the sound, not the one before them. So coming back to the exercise in hand, we have 1, 3, 2, 4. And you do this the exact same way that you did the previous exercises. You go on 5th and you do the same thing. You go on 9th, you do the same thing. And again, you can use 2 downstrokes or 3 downstrokes or even 4. It's just a matter of practice that you put into it. The next one is a bit more complex than the previous one, but I believe you can do it if you put enough time into it. It's basically a minor scale that covers the whole fretboard up to the 12th fret. I'll do it slowly first and then I'll break it down for you. So you start off with the open 6th string, which is top string. That is the first note, and then you go 3rd fret, 5th, 7th, then you go 1 string down, 5th, 7th, then you go 1 string down again, 5th, 7th, 9th on the same string, then you go down, 7, 9, you go down, 8, 10, 12, you go down, 10, 12, and then you go back the way you came. So that would be 12, 10, 12, 10, 8, 9, 7, 9, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 3, open. You build some speed into this and you can definitely impress some beginner guitarists. You can also change some of this, so you can go like there's seriously a lot of stuff you can do with this scale. You can do it on rhythm and it would sound really good. And by the way, a quick way to understand rhythm and practice it is just mute strings and strum along to a beat. Or you can make a beat by just tapping your feet at certain intervals. You can count those intervals. The basic ones are 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go double 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And using this formula, you can do this exercise in the same manner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all in all, this last exercise would help you a lot if you practice this one. If you understand this exercise well, you can transpose this 1 key up, and that would sound like. As you can see, I ended up on the 13th fret, and I started off at 1 fret after the open string, and I ended up on the 13th fret. That's 1 fret difference from the previous one. So that is how you transpose something. A lot of these terms probably don't make a lot of sense right now, but I think I would make another video explaining those terms as well. If there are any questions, I would leave the comments open, so let me know. And that's going to be it for this video. If you think this is going to help you or anybody else, leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. And let me know what other things I should make a video on.